He sent another message, just a faint buzz hidden inside the purse at her side. It was barely a sound, but loud enough that I noticed. We were already on our way to the charity gala, her fingers looped through my arm as if we were the perfect couple, when the phone screen glowed through the thin fabric. One word, tonight. Her hand hesitated. Her throat tightened before she forced a practiced smile back onto her lips. That tiny moment told me everything she thought I didn't know. I didn't flinch. Not a longer breath. Not a question. I only watched the reflection of her face in the car window, her mouth twitching, eyes blinking too deliberately, like she was rehearsing a lie. Inside the ballroom, people glided around us in glittering currents. Champagne bubbles, polite laughter, music thrumming underneath like a silent threat. She rushed a step ahead, too quick, as if pulled by expectation, her gaze darting through the crowd. Then he showed up, tall, overconfident, wearing a smirk like he had already claimed something that belonged to me. He didn't hide a thing. He strolled toward her, and then toward me, as if this entire night was a stage. The atmosphere thinned. Eyes turned our way. A hush crawled outward, building like pressure inside a sealed box. My chest tightened, not from fear but from certainty. The inevitable had arrived. He held out his hand, not for a handshake, but to slide it around her waist. Casual, yet far too familiar. "So," he said to her, voice just loud enough, "did you tell your pathetic husband you'll be spending the night with me?" Then his gaze shifted to me. His grin sickened the air. "And don't worry, buddy. I'll let you have a little treat. My secretary. Consider it a pity gift." A few shallow laughs rippled around us before dying off, leaving only a bitter silence. Even the music seemed to shrink. My wife's eyes dropped. Shame flushed up her skin like rising heat. People imagine betrayal strikes like thunder. But it doesn't. It leaks in quietly, slow poison, until every clue suddenly fits perfectly. The late nights, the fading affection, the sudden obsession with business travel. Still, I said nothing. No outrage, no blinking. I stepped just close enough that he could feel the cold patience radiating off me. He was waiting for an explosion, a scene, a meltdown. He couldn't fathom men like me, men who hold hurricanes behind their eyes. When he dared to pat my cheek, the last thread holding my restraint snapped. He thought it was dominance. He had no idea he was granting me permission. Moments later, he lay on the floor, teeth scattered across the polished tiles like spilled, ugly truths. Gasps erupted through the crowd. My wife dropped down to his side, panic etched across her face. But I didn't look at him. I only stared at her, no fury, just a slicing clarity that froze everything inside me. I hadn't shown up tonight to fall apart. I came to claim certainty. And I had it. In the days leading up to the gala, my life became a quiet investigation. I paid attention to the smallest changes. She began placing her phone face down, silencing every alert as if secrets might scream. There was a trace of cologne, one she never wore, clinging to her blouse after those so-called late meetings. And once, in the middle of the night, she breathed a name in her sleep, too soft, too affectionate to be innocent. I didn't confront her. Confrontation is for those still hoping. Instead, I collected evidence. Bank statements showing unusual withdrawals. Hotel receipts that did not match her alibis. A secretly recorded call where she murmured, "I'll tell him soon." And then the final piece, a photograph taken by a private investigator outside a restaurant where she'd sworn she'd been with her sister. Her fingers laced in his, her face tilted up with a tenderness she once offered only to me. Every proof was printed and organized, clean, precise, prepared not for argument but acknowledgement. While she sat across from me at breakfast, smiling through false serenity, I knew the truth waited in my drawer like a weapon ready to be drawn. When she asked if I would be late at work again, her gaze flickered toward the clock, calculating time she'd steal. Every gesture felt rehearsed. Every pause, an accidental confession. I didn't crumble. The closer I came to certainty, the more my pain sharpened into focus. By the night of the gala, I wasn't a heartbroken spouse anymore. I was a man ready to end the show. After the chaos inside the ballroom, she rushed after me into the parking lot. "Please don't go. We have to talk." Without a word, I placed the file in her hands. "Pure fact. thin paper with the ability to cut deeper than any blade. She opened it, and color drained from her face. Dates, transfers, pictures, messages. Betrayal spelled out in ink. Her voice trembled. Where did you? How long have you known? Long enough, I replied. Her mouth moved, but nothing formed. In that moment, she looked small, trapped by consequences she never expected. He had tried to humiliate me in front of others. She had managed to ruin me in the privacy of our own home. Her tears fell freely. I remained unmoved, numb, steady. This was not revenge. This was revelation. I can explain, she breathed. No, I answered calmly. You can confess. She recoiled at my words. I stepped closer, not to console, but to finalize. I didn't put him on the floor because he touched you, I told her. I did it because he believed I was still blind. Understanding hit her like impact. You set this up? Every moment. She stumbled back, as though the night itself pushed against her. I revealed the last page, a legal letter, divorce initiated, property division in motion, and every secret transaction to his account highlighted. She clapped a hand over her mouth. No, not like this. Please. But I wasn't seeking theatrics. Only truth. You didn't just betray me, I said. You misjudged me. And that is what hurts most. That line shattered her more thoroughly than any shouted accusation could. She collapsed onto the curb, sobbing like a person watching her entire world burn. The same woman who once promised forever. I stood there, detached, not triumphant, not enraged, simply done. The kind of calm that comes after the storm passes and you realize the debris doesn't belong to you anymore. I turned away. She reached for me. I did not reach back. Not every ending needs slammed doors or broken voices. Sometimes the truth is enough. I walked into the night with a strange lightness. Not because I had defeated her, no, but because I finally understood something essential. Betrayal doesn't destroy you. It uncovers who you truly are. And tonight, it revealed a version of me she could never fool again. I didn't lose her to him. I left her to herself. And that was the real consequence.